Welcome back to Dirty 20, everybody. Today we're going to talk about role-playing and a new layer that I have added to one of my games, which I think I'm going to make a standard thing. And I want to know what you guys think. Role-playing is a fun thing. It's not called a role-playing game for nothing, right? One of the problems that I've had since I started DMing is that often I get players who write amazing backstories and have really intricate things that make their character so well-rounded. And sadly, because, when you sit down at the table or you jump online and you have, your 3 hours to play or whatever it is, you tend to want to just get to the point, right? Like, we've got to go and talk to the wizard, and then we've got to go and pick up the item, and we've got to break into the thing. So players and dungeon masters, we tend to want to keep the pace going because it's part of the joy of D&D. But another great part about playing D&D, particularly as a player character, is the idea that you've built this character. They're a whole individual with, bonds, flaws, ideals, all those things that we do in character creation. And these things are often not explored, well, either because there's simply just not enough time because we've got to get the plot moving, or players don't really think to sit down and have a conversation between themselves. It's often that you find players are very focused on the dungeon master and they want to get information out of NPCs, or they want to think about what their next action is going to be. Well, thanks to a friend of mine, we started a chat thread. We use Facebook Messenger, but whatever app you might be using, and this has actually been amazing. By doing it as a text thread, you're doing a couple of things that I think help with role-playing. Number one, you're giving people time to think about what they want to say. If someone isn't hugely experienced at Dungeons & Dragons or improv, then they might not really know what the ideal thing to say is in the moment. But if you receive a text from someone that tells you that, the sheriff took his hat off and dusted it and turns to your character and says, "What are you doing in town, stranger?" And then you have time to think about it and come up with a cool line. And so you're able to show what your character is like, even though you as a person are very different, your voice is very different, your mannerisms are very different. And so that extra layer allows you to do that. The other thing that it does is it gives players a chance to discuss their backgrounds, to talk to each other. And, for example, one character is particularly onerous or obtuse, and everyone else is kind of being like, why is this character being like that? Well, your character can then ask the character, why did you do that? And then they can spill the beans if they want to, or it can be a drawn-out process where you get what is at the heart of a PC's problem, and it makes it incredibly, incredibly satisfying. Using this kind of chat room, I feel like it has given the players these opportunities. We've even kind of split the party and they've been dealing with things, individually. Again, I'm not talking about doing anything new. If you watch Critical Role, Matt Mercer loves nothing more than to walk up to someone and whisper in their ear. It's kind of the same thing, right? But here you have an interactivity between the players where the Dungeon Master can sit back and be an observer and, encourage certain lines of dialogue or discourage them with an NPC, for example. So Let me know. You guys who are now looking at D&D being played online and using all different kinds of technology, whether it's Discord or it's Roll20 or Fantasy Grounds, whatever it might be. Have you started adding other layers to your games? Has it improved your game? Has it detracted from your games? And finally, what are some of the things that you do in order to give space to your players to play the characters that they have created? Thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been a blast. Please like the video, share it around. It makes us so happy to see people watching it and liking what we're doing. As always, see you at the next one, and keep slaying. If you've enjoyed this content, then please smash that like button, subscribe, share this around online, and come and visit our website, www.lavictoriaproductions.com, to see all our past episodes, as well as our blog posts and all the stuff that we're currently working on at La Victoria Productions. Why not reach out to us and tell us what you think of our videos? You can reach us on Twitter. @MouthLaVictoria is our producer. We are also on Instagram. I am Enano LVP, and our producer is Jazzy J Cherot. We're also La Victoria Productions on Facebook and LinkedIn. Come on by and let us know what you think.